Hello, everybody, and today I want to talk to you about a subject that is very mixed for me, just for the sake of talking about it. And there's really no informative deal to this. It's just really, I think, quite funny, and I want to share it with you because why not? Why not? We're all just spinning on this fucking globe and trying to figure out a way to find out where food lives and where money sleeps. So, why not delve into it? So, the important subject is the topic of babies. Yeah, those things. Rug devils. You know? Always crawling, always babying, crying, wanting things. But there's a couple different versions of baby. To me, let's talk about it. So there's the reality of babies. Real skin babies. Small satchels of human that aren't quite that yet. If that makes sense. Like, I'm human. I pay taxes once. You know, I'm human. Babies don't do that. They don't have jobs. They kind of just roll around on the ground, putting various things in their mouth, and they eat boobs. So on that, let's talk about that for a second. I don't like competition. Me, I like boobs, right? Not really all of them. I'm quite picky. Some are fucking gross. I just, yeah. But as a general rule, most babies, and I'm not saying babies, it's the French enunciation for boobies and or tit flaps. I enjoy most of them, half of them, let's be fair, half of them. Now, if I see one in the wild, am I upset about it? No. Even if you're talking like your D tier boob, wild boob. Like you're walking around the tall grass and then you hear the and you choose Pikachu. So you you encounter a tit in the wild. And on days just like today, when the sun is out and the wind is blowing, you can still hear it whispering in the wind. Rustling around in the leaves. Anyway, that could be a separate subject. Tits on themselves. What I'm getting at here is, people, I very much like booby flaps, the skin sacs on ladies' chest areas. I do. And babies eat those. For food. I don't fucking like that shit at all. So let's say, which this is a fact, 50% of most boobies I enjoy. I see one and I'm like, oh, look at that. And I'm excited. Now with all the babies rummaging around like they do outside at night looking for wild boobs to sustain themselves upon, to eat. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I only like 50% of them as it is. Now people are having babies more than ever because it's a novelty thing. Like, haha, come by and see my baby. And they have them on display and stuff in a glass case. It's a big thing. Whatever. It's a fad. It'll grow out. It'll die out. But for now, all these fucking little skin sacks are eating the skin sacks I like, which are boobies. Can I blame them? Yes, I do. Do I hate them for it? Yes, I do. I would like to say at least I would like to claim 5% of the 50% that I like as mine for a short while to gaze upon, to hold, to maybe just not smack, just like, and just see it go. You know how boobs talk, right? But with this infestation of babies, how am I gonna get my hands on any of them? And this is something that's troubled me for a long time. Because what am I supposed to do? Because those boobs are out there dying, being eaten by babies all the time. You see them all the time sometimes. You'll see them outside, like in the parks or whatever. You'll see them just num, 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 num. And then they look over at me and they're like, I'm like, fucking prick. They know. They know that I like them, and they don't care. You'll hear them just, mum, 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 you know, the language that they speak. And then they look over at me, and they're like, you fucking bitch. And I'm like, what did I do? And I realize I'm in competition with these little skin sacks that have legs. Because they know I like them. And I think they don't appreciate me. Because I find these boobies in the wild, and I don't consume them. I might taste them, but I don't consume them. So they probably don't have any respect for my craft. But, you know, it messes me up a little bit. Because I'm not going to have any for me, for myself. There's going to be none more boobs. And then we're all going to be looking around like, oh, what the fuck happened? We all know what happened. Those little fucking rug devils, those carpet creatures are the ones that are eating them all up. I went a long while talking about that. It's very near and dear to my heart. And I think it's a problem that needs to be stopped. So the next topic at hand here, when it comes to the actual flesh babies, the ones made of skin. They have a weird fascination with me, where anytime I'm around a baby, they stare at me. They stare at me and it's like, why? I don't have food. I don't have your food. I don't have boobs, right? What's the real reason behind it? What are they after? Where Where do they come from? Do we even know? Where are they coming from? Because when you see them, okay, when you see them out, right? Sometimes at night you can see them like on sidewalks and stuff, and they skitter around, like, you know, the sounds that they make. And you're like, was that a raccoon? No, it was a baby. That's rare, though. That's rare, though. There's been quite a few times where I was outside shaking bushes and things, or like really thick trees, looking for food. And you'll see one. You'll see one just hidden back there. And you notice that they have the artificial boobs, the that they just suck on so they can pretend, so they can continue hunting for wild boobs. They will just on those things. If they have those, I find that they are very sedated in a way, very just like they give you that look. They're like, man, I'm not trying to deal with this right now. But what are you doing here? I'm looking for food, shaking the bushes like I do. But those aren't the times that you fear for your life. It's whenever they have the crazed, hungry look in their eyes, and they go like, and they start making sounds. That's the guttural war cry of a skin devil, a carpet creature. And if you notice, you can tell how old they are if you look at their knees, because their knees will be scraped up, and the younger ones, their knees will be scraped up because their favorite places to hunt are inside, right? When they're outside, it's like they're a lot of times feral, you know. But when they're inside, it's like they're feral and hunting. So carpets and rugs and things will scrape up their knees. They're going like, you know, like some exorcist shit, some fucked up shit. And they're not allowed in. They get in, you know, air ducts, open windows sometimes. But when you know that you have a veteran rug devil, you know, the hunters, it's when they have very dark knees. The knees are very dark because they're calloused up from feasting for a long time. There's nothing quite as terrifying when you're out rooting around for candies and things in the bushes, like, and you encounter one. That's another video for another time, I think. It could be its own video. I'd like to not relive that now, if I could. So here we get to I gotta switch gears here. The next we get to the concept of my babies, right, in my mind. Because babies are so evil and violent, in my realm, in my world, I I envision a place where babies are sweet and nice and kind and very adorable and very tiny and small. There's all kinds of different versions of them, right? Now, this is simply a perfect world that I come up with just so I can kind of fight the traumas that I've dealt with encountering some of these champion babies that have feasted on many boobs. To kind of wash that taste out of my mouth, I came up with adorable, sweet, cute little tiny babies. And those are very sweet. Like any animal that I really love, that's baby. That's baby. The person that I am, well, if I were ever to fall in love with somebody, they baby. Right? Now, I've had a couple of my exes say, why the fuck? Why the fuck would you call me one of those creatures? I say I'm trying to reclaim it. I'm trying to claim it back. That one day we live in a world where babies don't roam around in the wild, untagged, unwatched, uncollared, uncaged. Where these renegade babies don't have calloused knees and fresh boob milk around their mouths. I guess I'm talking about something that will never come to pass. But I like to live in a beautiful world. Thanks for listening. I'll be providing a number in one of my later videos for a baby control company that recently got started up that I back big time. Baby Baskets Incorporated. They take these feral babies and they put them inside of baskets to keep them contained. I'll be providing a number in case you see a feral baby out there somewhere. Know you're not alone. And know that there is help. Don't travel out there by yourselves. I know you gotta eat and you have to find food. But that's exactly where those babies lie in wait, inside bushes and thick trees, where food lives. Just be careful. Thanks for listening. Take care of yourselves.